Hello, and welcome to the Stackpole Partners podcast. We usually talk about the market opportunities that are available to us with all of the partners. But today we have a special podcast which will help us prepare for our 20th annual William Tennant golf trip. Today our guest is America's guest, Jim Rube. Welcome, Jim.
Thanks, Duggar. It's great to be here. I can't wait to discuss our golf trip this year. We've been doing this so many years and have so many good memories.
Yeah, like Big Frank's hole-in-one down in the Dominican. That was awesome.
I guess that is what you took away from the trip to the Dominican. I seem to remember some guy on a chair screaming about a little spider.
Well, let's change the subject and talk about this year's trip. Where do you think we should explore this time? Do we head back down to Frank's for another year?
I'm not sure if Frank's suspension from his course has run out yet after the Willow Tree incident. Plus, the John Birch Society of South Carolina still has Pat blacklisted for his abuse of shrubbery along one of their courses.
Well, let's get his opinion on that. We have a special guest joining us, Jimmy frickin' Neutron himself, Pat Cunelli. He is now a homeowner here in South Carolina, so I am sure he gets special dispensation from that incident now that he pays taxes there.
Gee, thanks Doug for having me. I want to be clear and say it was all Jim Walsh's fault. He was too busy on his cell phone and did not alert me to the oncoming bush.
Well, Pat, I am sure Big Ed can get you some leeway too now that his president is in power.
Well, all I know is Bud and Big B probably want to go to South Carolina because they love rooming together. In my opinion, a little too much.
Well, Pat, thanks for that insight. What are your thoughts on where we should go this year?
Doug, it's all good to me. As long as I have my gallon of Rocky Road ice cream, I could care less where we go. Thanks again, boys, for having me.
Well, thanks again, Pat, for stopping by. So, Rubister, we could always head out to AZ and stay with the Brown Man. That was an awesome trip. But we may have to check on his employment status. He may have changed jobs again.
No, Brown Man now has his new kitchen and wants us nowhere near that place. Plus, now that he has finally found his driver, he can save money on flying his clubs. That damn driving iron always put his bag overweight.
Well, since Brian is now retired, he may have some ideas. He was always our tour guide for these trips when we first started. I assume he will be in charge of transportation again this year?
No, he failed retirement again. He didn't take your guidance, Doug. He has already passed the 2-week mark at this new one and hasn't shown signs of throwing in the towel yet. Plus, I have a lead on an old school bus that seats 12 and will be a lot cheaper than 2 minivans.
Well, maybe now that Ian is married and starts having kids, he will change his mind. Heck, with all the grandkids we now have between us, we certainly need time on our hands to spend with them. Well, Jim, I have to get going. Joanne said we are having a cab and candy night tonight, so I need to rest up. So, thanks for joining us today, and join us on our next podcast where we will be talking about recruitment for Stackpole Partners. As we have always said before, a name change is always an option. Klinger Partners and Tennant Partners sounds just as good. Thanks for joining us.